use JSNAPY tool to perform a check in terms of the status of interfaces or protocols, for example, pre and post maintenance activity. This is more to do with, after you've done your maintenance, you want to do a quick sanity check if anything has changed on the box. You could collect a pre snapshot of the box status before the maintenance happened, and then you collect a post snapshot post the maintenance activity, and to demonstrate if there is any changes that is considered to be not correct. So this example will talk about it. So first I'm referencing to the YAML file that I'm using in this example to demonstrate how to quickly connect to a device and then try to check the interface status. So this is the main YAML file that is referencing to the box that I want to connect to, and then it is also letting me know that I want to communicate to this interface YAML file. What it does, I've demonstrated here. This interface YAML file, what it is doing is it is trying to check for loopback interface. So this is the main file. The interface YAML is the main file that does the job of collecting status pre and post and then telling us what is correct and what is not correct. So when I open this interface YAML file, you can see that first we are looking for this command, show interface does loopback, and within that I iterate for the physical interface of the loopback, and I check there should be no difference on the admin state and operation status. There is an element of iteration that you could do even for the logical interfaces, and there again we check for no diff on the admin status and operation status. Likewise, if there are different types of interfaces, you call that script for different types of interfaces. In this case for GE, you do the same. You check for no diff in the admin status, operation status, no difference in the description, MTU has not changed. This is self-explanatory as to what exactly this particular YAML script is checking for. The speed has not changed. One interesting thing that I think will be useful is the bandwidth. As you can see here, it even checks for the input bandwidth does not reach the negative threshold. So if there is a change, like say 50%, difference in the input and the output, then at least we know that the traffic has not fully recovered. So that kind of information can also be checked for quickly. Pre and post, check what has happened. So before the maintenance, you may have say 10 gig of traffic flowing through the box. Post maintenance, if it has gone down significantly by more than 50%, you may want to check if that is expected or not. These values can be tweaked as you need. There is a great day one book on how to use JSNAPY to get these kind of data, the different parameters like no diff and check. You could use that to identify and use whatever you want. So in this example, I'm just showing you that no diff is one option, delta is another option that we are using. And the best part is once you identify that there is a difference in bandwidth, we can also dump out an error message telling exactly what is happening. So you can see it's going to tell this error message. There's a post that is looking at the post traffic statistics of the traffic, and there's a pre, which you look at the pre snapshot file traffic statistics. It will even display that. Likewise, we are doing it for XE if you have XE interfaces, and then we do it for AE as well. This should be listed here, ET, which is 100 gigs, and AE. So for all interfaces, we are trying to get this data. Now we will try to run this. So I'm just collecting a snapshot of the pre-status for that loopback status YAML file, which in fact is not only just collecting the loopback status, but also for all interfaces. So as you can see, it has taken a snapshot of the state of the loopbacks, GE, XE, ET, AE, whatever is relevant. Now after we've had the pre-snapshot taken, I log into the box and I try to change the loopback interface to disable, and I want to see what it is going to demonstrate in terms of a quick check. So this is kind of like a maintenance activity that has happened. Maybe it was not intended to disable the loopback and somehow it got disabled as a part of the change. So then there is a post snapshot taken after the maintenance work. Again, it is collected the output. Now this is the key part. So now you do a JSNAPY, a check for the pre and the post for this file, and you can see it straight away displays that the loopback status has changed. Post, it became down. Pre, it was up. It's clearly telling that it has failed that test. For the others, ET, it has passed. So it is clearly giving you all that difference. So you can see here for interface ET, because that are the interfaces that are there. It is telling me how many ET interfaces are there, and all of them are green, which indicates that they're all fine. And in terms of the delta traffic, I'll again demonstrate that. You can see here the AE interface input threshold has gone into a negative -50, so that's a change in the bandwidth. So as you can see, pre-check it was having 352 bits per second. Post-check there was suddenly zero. Obviously I don't have much traffic, so but the key part here is it is even looking at and displaying the pre-value and the post value and letting you know that the bandwidth has changed. So again, a useful option to quickly check across all interfaces. That's the key part. And it whatever is marked in red, I think it's very much clear that those things needs to be checked. Admin status for loopback has changed. Likewise, the bandwidth has changed. It's pretty handy tool, I would say, JSNAPY is. And you can see that it is skipped for GE, XE because those are not interfaces that is on this box. ET is there. ET has passed, no changes. Loopback has failed. And the overall test has failed because the criteria is none of these status should change. Hope you like this content. This sample file, I will also paste it on the description on the YouTube video, so you can have a play with it. Bye for now.